Bro,
That's fucked up.
You look crazy as shit.
Look at the camera when you say that.
You look crazy as shit, bro.
That's fucked up.
That Get Out, bro. I love that Get Out sound.
Paz, look me in my eye, bro.
Were you born like that?
Say that to my face, bro.
Were you born like that?
You look like Quasimodo. Food coming in, but hey, I'm ready otherwise.
What you ordering? What you ordering?
It's just wings. That Chili's wings.
Oh
place.
hell yeah! They finna turn you up. They finna turn you up. Hopefully, it has no feathers on it. Some good shit. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Oh no. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Kage Summit. Got all the Kages here. Fine. I know it's been. I mean, lucky we've been doing like one a month, so we're not doing too bad. It could be better, but we're not doing too bad. But we got Jarrell, Mikey, and Paz. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's a lot that's happened since the last one. I'll let everyone kind of speak their piece as we go around. As you can see, Mike is in a whole different environment. Of course, we've been to some different conventions and stuff like that since then. And we met IRL, of course, and y'all saw some of the IRL content, and y'all enjoyed it too as well. So appreciate that as well. That was our first time trying that, so we weren't not necessarily nervous, but like it is trying something new. So the reception is going to be up in the air, but y'all really messed with it. I guess we'll start with Mikey first, because Mikey's had a lot happen in terms of like his moving and stuff like that. So what I'm saying, what you been up to since last pod? I think last pod was for Dreamcon.
That was May, I believe, when they came, like end of May, early June. So obviously, like Jess said, I'm in a different place now. I moved from where I was in Texas back home to Maryland. Most of y'all know that. But it's been kind of up and down, bro. Up and down. A lot of good shit happening. A lot of absolutely horrible shit happening. USPS, I hope y'all burn in hell. First and foremost, y'all my biggest ops. Deadass. When I see their trucks when I'm driving, bro, I get hot, bro. Like I actually get mad. Like I guess actually like they're like actual ops now, bro. I swear. Like I genuinely get so mad. If y'all don't know, bro, so like I had to send all my shit back from Texas here, right? Bro, USPS lost my fucking Xbox, bro. Like they just lost it. They just lost it.
That's why.
Like, bro, that's why. If y'all been seeing my streams lately, bro, that's why I'm back on my OG setup with my PlayStation 5, like playing the same 3 games on a cycle, bro. Because that's all I really can do without my Xbox. So it's kind of made it hard to make content like I was before. But thankfully, I've still been able to push these videos out. At least have my PC, working on upgrading that, and just settling my feet back in, bro. Getting used to living life over here again. It's been all right though. Like it could be worse.
Did you feel like after coming back from Dreamcon? Did Dreamcon do kind of last year? We were like mad motivated after Dreamcon. Did you feel like that way towards this year for Dreamcon, or was it kind of like it was cool? We had all the homies there. We did some stuff.
I think I would have if I didn't have like my mindset on other things like getting all my stuff figured out and all that. So
That's true.
I mean, I felt the motivation, obviously. Like, it's just going to a con and traveling is always going to be, like, rejuvenating in general. But definitely last year, I came home and I think I streamed for, like, 5 hours, like, from landing, like, from 11 p.m. to, like, whenever. Like, I was in such a content mode. I definitely didn't feel that this year, but I think that wasn't really on the con. That was kind of on, like, my situation.
I see. And the last thing is, are you glad to be back home compared to Texas? I know Texas is mad hot and stuff like that and all that kind of things.
Bro, I don't know, bro. Like, that's such a hard question to answer because there's such good and bad about it. Like, it's good to, be in an environment where I kind of have a support system and I don't got to really pay rent or nothing. And I didn't tell you, but my brother Brian actually bought a car. So the car we shared is like officially it's mine now. So like I have my own car. So I can actually stuff.
Hell yeah.
So that's good. But I do miss the independence of living by my own, like by myself though, because like you live under your parents' roof. You kind of gotta follow rules, and it's like it can be a little aggravating, but it is what it is, bro. Like, take it with a grain of salt. Obviously, it's a good chance to save money and move to where I want to move again in due time.
That's true. Okay, Pazzy. I mean, I know, of course, y'all came in June, like Mikey was saying, and Dreamcon. How did you feel about Dreamcon? This post. We met you at the last Dreamcon. we spent some time with you. We didn't really get to meet you till the last day, damn near. Same thing with Jarrell. But how do you feel like post-drink? I know you're kind of like me, where you're well, like a lot of people, where after a big vacation, kind of like depression kind of sets in. Like, man, I want to go on another one. I wish it was longer. Yeah, how you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I always feel like that because I always like whenever I'm like really looking forward to something, or I guess when I'm enjoying something in general, the time aspect for it just gets all out of whack. In like, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun, but it happens in like the blink of an eye, and I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be. Because obviously, I would rather that happen than for me to like sit there and be bored or not have a good time and it feel like it's dragging on. But it's just like I guess it's that wanting it to be longer that keeps me wanting to like do it. It's like, yeah, I want it to be longer, but that's why we keep meeting up to have these outings. So it puts it into perspective. I honestly like on the plane ride back, I'm always just like, damn, I don't want to go back to work. And then I'm already like, damn, like it felt like we were together for like one day. It was a whole weekend, not even a day. Like when I'm with y'all, it's if like time just goes by so quickly and it sucks. But it's like also a good thing to have that with people with a set group. And I feel that way toward like Waffle, Chelsea, when me, TD, and Carly met the first time at the first ball. It was like that. I was just like, damn, I want to hang out with them more. So I feel like that for like most people I've already met from the community in person. But I enjoyed myself a lot. And regardless of how people were complaining about the con, the things that went wrong that weren't super solid, like I still had fun because I was there with y'all. So that was like the most important takeaway. And it's part of the future goal too, is to like eventually be able to like have y'all right at my back door, or even if we're not in the same place, like we're in like same community, so like driving distance, just visiting each other like nothing. So it's like, oh damn, I miss them. Yo,
Yeah.
Mikey, let's go get like some boba and let's go throw eggs at like Jez's house.
Bro, I
What
need
the
it.
fuck?
I need it.
I'm about to throw eggs at UPS, nigga.
Low
Yes,
key,
bro.
low
Yes, yes, bro. We
key.
gotta
Not UPS, high
bro.
key. Call Jarrell and Jez to bring just firepower, and we just raid a UPS. It's,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes,
the mail's
sir.
gonna be screwed for like a week.
Fuck it. If I gotta fail, they all gotta fail.
in
Oh no.
every store. But nah, yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. But it's like I think it's part of the life too. You can't ever just. It's not always gonna be super high all the time, and it's not like I was low when I came back, but it's just like, damn, I want more of that. So I guess the hunger for making content, for hanging out with y'all, it all just kind of reset, which is good. That's needed, especially when you feel stale. A reset is needed. So I think that's what Dreamcon did for me.
I know, of course, like I know Mikey has moved out now. Well, like moved in general. I know you're trying to move out very, very soon as well. I know you don't have like a set date, but how do you feel like with that coming up pretty soon for you? Like I know you're definitely ready for it. I mean, you've been saying it for a minute, but like you feel like it's going to change the mental, change how you kind of do content.
For
just
sure.
ready to just live on your own.
It's gonna change a lot. Like it's definitely a phase I haven't taken in my life yet, and I think with that phase, I'll have more responsibility first of all, accountability second of all, and it'll help me move into the mindset of actually pursuing things going forward. Like right now, I don't feel like I'd even want to pursue a relationship. Like as probably one of the biggest examples is because I don't have my own stuff set up yet. Once I move out, even if it's for like a year or so, I'll have that experience. I'll know how it feels and I'll know how it feels to have everything on like my shoulders. Like it all depends on me. So that'll definitely help in my pursuit of that aspect of having a relationship with another person. It'll help in strengthening my bonds I have with my friends. Like it's really nice, again, like you said, staying with your parents, especially when you don't have a problem with them. There's always that, like, yeah, I gotta get out of here, But it's just like if it's not super toxic, it's good to build money and move up to it. But I just need that experience on my own. So that's going to be very helpful. It should help a lot when it comes to content too, because I feel like there's a lot I'd want to do content wise that I can't really do unless I was on my own. Maybe I'd have more ideas, more creativity, more times where I'm open to do it. Nobody telling me to shut the hell up when I'm yelling at Radon and midnight. Like, so there's a lot that goes on with that. But yeah, I'm very excited for it. I should be ready again soon because I had recently paid off my car. So now I'm
Hell
riding around
yeah.
for free.
Hell yeah.
Aside from
Yeah.
car insurance. Yeah, exactly. But once I get my money back from paying it off, it's not far. It's not far off. I'm gonna start looking at places, going to see them in person with my parents, since they'll know, a few things, tell me what to look out for. And yeah, it should be happening very soon, by the end of the year, latest. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, it should be fun. I can't wait to have y'all over when I have my own place. That's gonna be
Woo!
another plus. That's another big plus.
Sir. Finally. Little past sleepover.
Hey,
That's what I need.
Hell yeah.
Up in the Florida real quick, GTA 6.
Oh my gosh, our own GTA 6.
Here we have Mr. Kage Jarrell. Everyone's been moving actually because he moved out too. Golly. I moved out too. God damn, yeah. But
Damn, we all
um,
okay. Damn.
so I guess first too, like kind of how I asked them, like even before Dreamcon, like how do you feel about moving out? I don't think we ever like really got to talk about like not personally like how your home life was before, but like just in terms of like wanting to move out. I know you got some roommates with you. Like how's it feel like has affected your mental, your content, just everything in general? How you feeling?
Before I moved out, my situation wasn't like bad. I think I was paying part of the rent to help out parents with the rent, since money was kind of slow at that point. But I feel like it was definitely a lot more cramped in the space I was at, because it was kind of like just the storage room and everyone's kind of shit was in there, and then it was just me trying to organize it and make it somewhat decent to how I wanted to live in. But streaming, definitely hear what Paz with the let's shut the hell up from the parents. That was definitely like a big factor for me. So I think that's what kind of also went, I guess, like in a downhill from like when I started streaming. Because when I started streaming, that was when I was in Arizona, and I had that space to myself, and I was yelling and being loud. And then when I was in my parents' room, and then like tried that, I was just like, oh, I gotta be quiet. And then now I'm like kind of back, or I was back in like a mumbling kind of phase, and like not really talking as loud. But now I can be as loud as the fuck I want to in this bitch, so it's cool.
yeah.
It's definitely been like a challenge to like more like financially kind of like set things straight up for like budgeting and like buying groceries and how are we gonna pay bills and like all this stuff. So it's fairly new to me in that regard. So I think that's like pretty much the main kind of thing I'm mostly teetering on. But other than that, I feel like for me, it's pretty nice to have my own space and also be very decorative with it, because I built the shelf, and then I also have so many like ideas flowing through my mind of like how I want to create this my own space, and even set up the living room, and like how like me and my roommates want to design everything, like what do we want to have in the living room and like the kitchen, how we organize all this stuff. So it's been pretty fun finding new ways to do that. I feel like it's really that kind of adult kind of fun, because whenever I'm at like Target or some shit and I see like some cool ass furniture, I'm like, oh, that would look nice in the room, like, oh, that would look cool, like, or like this kind of like appliance is like, oh shit, this vacuum, oh shit, this motherfucking Swiver duster, it could be fucking fire. So yeah, I think thinking in that regard, when you have your own space, is definitely like a whole world of possibilities that it's just very like I guess a new side of creativity and just like decoration. So it's been pretty nice to see that. But yeah, for my content wise, I think I've been kind of just like I was kind of busy like with dancing and stuff too. So that was like I guess the main focus for a bit. And then getting into content was just like little sprinkles here and there with what I can do for streams and what I wanted to edit and all that stuff. So I think right now, since the dance season has ended, I definitely have a lot more time to just focus on content and also just personal growth kind of things, and also getting my financials right for the place and all that stuff. So it's been pretty cool. Just I guess having like an alternation in between things. Like I know dance when it comes back is not gonna be it's not gonna be as much of like a I guess focus. I have to find like the balance between dance and making content, and then not burning myself out in the process between those. But more money opportunities will come through, and then we will figure that stuff out, and I'll definitely get right on that for sure, for sure.
Oh
So it's
yeah,
cool.
oh
It's been
yeah, oh
nice.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So I'm glad moving out is good. Like, because even when Mike moved down here, or even when I moved out for the first time, I know moving is very scary. It's good.
Mhm.
At least y'all didn't come having, because I was kind of like forced to move out in a sense. At least y'all didn't have to like have that pressure. Like you have to move out. You have to figure out something very very quickly. At least you had to be able to get some
Mhm.
roommates and figure out stuff in that sense. Going into, I guess, like same thing with DreamCon and stuff. I know like I said last year we didn't really talk to until the very last day. We had the breakfast at the end. We still had the same breakfast this year too as well, the same place as well. Fire ass great place. Shout out to them.
Yep.
But how do you feel about this DreamCon in a sense of like, did it make you feel a little bit more motivated as well? Did it was it kind of different than last year? Coming up, we got a lot more content done as like not even individually, but as a group this year. And we met a lot of
Mhm.
people too in the last year. We met like from Senna to Poise. If y'all watched the video, y'all seen it. Like we met a lot of big celebrities. So how do you feel about DreamCon in that way?
For DreamCon, I think for our first DreamCon, that whole burst of just creativity and inspiration and motivation from the first one, I don't think it's gonna be hard to really match that, because I feel like we especially like didn't really know each other, and then like it was all like just a lot of like new and like novelty to us. So
Mhm.
I feel like it's really hard to kind of match um that same kind of feeling. But definitely this year still had a lot more. I think this year was a lot more like we put our work in, like, and made it. we we put our work in and made our ideas come to fruition, which I think we can definitely be proud of in that sense. And I think it's through that where we're like actually like putting in work. It's nice to see like the fruits of our labor really like taking form. And I think that's where we like kind of felt like, okay, well, we enjoyed that, but then we're also like consistently like moving on to like, okay, what can we do next? What can we do when we get back and all this stuff? So we're on like a flow. Uh, we're on like a flow that we have like right now, and I think that's what's substituting like the I guess like the burst of inspiration and creativity. I think we're
Mhm.
just acting a lot upon it instead of just like, oh, we have so many ideas, like, oh, I got this, and like we had, and all this stuff, and of course we had fun and like during DreamCon as well, like, and we had like a ton of we had a ton of like inside jokes and shit. We had
That,
Mario Party stream,
oh,
that
that
shit
shit
was
was
fun.
crazy.
So I think we, as like a group and as like just like having good times, we definitely achieved that for DreamCon. And DreamCon itself, I'm not getting a badge, so
Facts.
do with that what you will. But you'll see me there. Anyways,
God.
Nice shit.
but yo, it's cool. No, DreamCon is definitely a fire convention. Definitely recommend anytime for people going for their first time.
Oh yeah.
And shit, H Town, baby, where we
It's
at?
gonna be big. It's gonna be big. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
Jez's
big.
crib. Yeah, Jez's crib.
Yeah, Jazz is
Absolutely.
good. H Town, H
Absolutely.
All in
Town.
there. All in
Hell
there.
yeah.
Big cookout. We're gonna get a big movie projector. We're
Jupiter,
about to go
Jupiter,
crazy.
Jupiter.
Jupiter's too. Jupiter's too. Jupiter's too.
Fucking
Forgot about
pass a
Jupiter.
mouthful. Mm. Hella
But
dope.
I do have some one more question to ask about DreamCon, but it's a little bit about what I've been up to. Like I said, we all have basically been moving or about it in the process of moving. Moved. I'm still in Texas, but just moved from a different apartment. Basically, when Mikey left, I left with him. I was not staying there. So we got up out of there and just living back with my girlfriend again. As y'all know, some of y'all might know her from the stream, Waffle. She's basically traveled a lot with us too when it comes to going to the convention or just being a VC sometimes, playing Fortnite or whatever. But back living with her. We got a pretty good spot. Like financially, it's not like it's too overbearing. We still have to make sure we lock in, but it's not it's not about to be kicked out at any given notice. So definitely thankful for that. And but we've been living here for like 2 months now, or going on 3 months. Pretty solid. Of course, DreamCon just ended. And DreamCon was good. Like I feel like last year I definitely went there in more of an eyes of like a viewer of like just like this rose tinted glasses, trying to see all these different content creators. I was willing to wait in all the lines. I was very willing to just like, even though if I was getting screwed over and everything was kind of disorganized, I just didn't really care because I wanted to see Berlizzi. I wanted to see Corey was there. I was Corey's year, you know what I'm saying? So Corey was there, just trying to see Corey, RDC, Afro, Senju, anyone. So it was a lot more just like I just didn't give a damn compared to this year where it was more of like, you know, definitely going there as a content creator, trying to network, trying to meet new people, trying to film our own content. And we did like pretty much all of those things. We still saw a lot of content creators as well. Maybe not as much as the bigger ones, like Belize, you can already see as much as we would want to, but a lot of like the other up and comer ones and some, of course, some like legends like Poison stuff like that is definitely not an up and comer. But you know, like to have a 1v1 with them, like we did with like in that entire video of interviewing them was really, really big. Because when you get like Zach, the fact like even like for we didn't have him in the video, but Zach Fox was there. Like certain people, like you just don't get to meet like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was very, very cool.
That was cool.
Very, very cool. My one question before we move on from DreamCon is like this been like I've been a constant thing. I know they just released their prices again, and then they went up, and people are still not happy, and they're comparing it to, you know, just any other convention, right? But the one thing that has stood out, and like John did say that as well. Of course, John, member from RDC, is kind of like the creator of RDC, not RDC, but of DreamCon itself. He did say, like, amongst other people, is that DreamCon does get a lot of more flack compared to other conventions. Ever since it's, you know, its fruition, and it's, you know, it can be kind of unjustified in a sense. And even looking at the Black community in particular, where we're very critical of our own things. I've seen both sides where some people are like, well, now we're way too critical. We should let them grow. We should let them, you know, even though this might be their 6th year coming into it, you know, it's still a very new convention. They're doing it out of like their own pocket, out of their own, you know, their own circle. They have some sponsors, obviously, but it's not like a freaking Anime Con or Anime NYC that kind of doing it from within their own group. And then you see the other side of people saying like, but it's a convention kind of like made for us, made by us, and we should still be critical of them so they can improve and make it better so it can be the best con possible. So even though it might seem like we're being a little bit more critical for them, it's because we actually really want this to succeed. So this is a question for everybody. Anyone can start, but how do you feel? Like, do you lean towards either side, or like, oh, we should maybe kind of let them grow a little bit more and not be so critical, or should we be like, no, we should keep being a little bit more critical of them compared to other conventions? Because this is the only one we would like to go to. So hopefully this criticism can be taken into, you know, to like actually really improve the con and make it better.
Right.
I think we should keep being critical because, I mean, at the end of the day, they can take it however they want, but they listen. That's what leads them to like fix and like learn from their mistakes. You know what I mean? Like if we weren't giving them like feedback, even if it's, you know, criticism, negativity, whatever you want to call it, like if we weren't like making those problems clear, like they wouldn't be like fixing it or working on getting better. Like the fact that like last year, in my opinion, was so much worse in the sense of like it felt a lot more like unorganized and like unplanned. Like this year, you know, it still had their moments where like people were late and, you know, this, that, and the third, but it felt a lot more like an actual convention than last year, I feel like. So they're definitely moving in the right direction. I think some criticism is definitely unjustified. Like, you know, certain things that are being said just out of pure hate and negativity, which is like, you know, there's no place for that. But I think any like constructive criticism should be like welcome, and, you know, we need more of it, honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah. What about the rest of y'all?
Yeah, I feel like that as well. That there's like definitely good constructive criticism, and then there's like complainers that just like say whatever comes out of their mouth because of their own experience and stuff that's, you know, out of their control. Like with with some content creators, like I get it, they are scheduled for, you know, timed events and but I feel like with like solo content creators and like people that are, you know, their own person and they're not really on like a tightly knit kind of thing. Like they have their own panels and they choose what they do with that time. I feel like for that's their own kind of jurisdiction. That's not really DreamCon's jurisdiction. So if there's anything complaining about content creators specifically on that note, it should not be in like DreamCon's responsibility to like make sure everyone's like on their shit, even though it is their event and everything should be organized. Like at the same time, people are people. You can't really control everyone, so things are gonna be having like, you know, cracks in the middle and all this stuff. But definitely do take the constructive criticism that is given from people that do, like from their standpoint, they do want the best for this con, and like we definitely don't have a con like this anywhere else. It's something very unique and something that should be, kept in pristine condition as much as possible, so that way we can get better sponsorships and what we have this year, and like see who can like support this, because if they see that throughout the constant years that we've just been going up and up and better and better and better, and then like these companies be like, oh well, they're actually doing like pretty cool stuff, no matter like what they've not no matter what they've done in the past, but like what has happened in the past, like how they came from it. If they see that kind of growth rather than like, oh, it's just been like constant average, all right, whatever, then I think that's what will make DreamCon shine in a better light. Some panels are questionable in keeping, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, why we risen up anime baddies, bro? Like, can we not have that as a battle anymore? But yeah, that's
for sure.
Just some choices here and there, and also some people in DreamCon. Some of y'all are weird. I ain't gonna lie, but that's like
sure.
for another thing.
Not for sure.
That's like, yeah, I feel like that's every convention too, though. But like, yeah, definitely you've seen a lot of weird people at DreamCon. I think it's a fine line between criticism and hate, which people get lost in when it comes to the internet. Because I've seen a lot of things said about DreamCon that didn't even happen, that weren't even real. Maybe drama that was made up because of people beefing between here and there, and stuff that's been spread about even the creators, RDC, about it's just things that people say out of anger that they didn't get the experience they wanted, rather than giving the criticism directly to the people. So that's the only thing with me. Of course, it's not a perfect con. It is getting better every year. Last year, of course, was most of our first years. And it was fun. This year's was fun too, but I did have more fun as a convention last year. It was more organized this year, but I have more fun because of the people I was with there. And I think they should continue to get better. They should open as many mediums and channels and communications for feedback as possible, which I think they have been better with that over the coming years. And even if it comes off really badly, I think, like you all said, they listen and they take notes, they jot it down. And even though it is the internet, I'm pretty sure they know how to differentiate like valid criticism and just pure hate or like mindless hate. So
yeah,
you're always gonna have that, even for like Jez said, in this like space, in this community, it's like very critical because they want it to succeed, they want it to be better. And I think it's already on the level of big conventions like Comic-Con, MegaCon, Anime NYC. Maybe like a little newborn, but it's still in that realm now that we've gotten to 20K people, 25K people at a convention, renting out bigger spaces, sponsorships. We had Chili's sponsor them. I believe we had we had a lot of sponsorships actually this year. Wasn't it like Applebee's or something last year too? Just a lot of stuff. Yeah, just a lot of stuff you can like really recognize like of people who are sponsoring. And I think some Crunchyroll stuff. Yeah, Rockstar, that was one for
Rockstar,
sure.
Yeah.
So there's companies already looking at them.
Right?
Yeah, Red Bull was the other one. It's just companies are looking at them. Oh, the free Red Bull.
The badge pickup. They're here, take a Red Bull.
Bro, say, hey, you want a Red Bull? When I'm picking up that badge, I'm like, I'm good.
Cool.
I guess I took 3 and put it in the fridge.
Sponsorship, but like, I'm good.
Triple dippers.
That would have been fire. Free chip with dippers.
They had triple dippers. Oh my god.
Here you go.
That's what they should have done.
Like, we need 3 more triple dippers.
Take notes.
Oh my god.
I've been so happy.
Sliders.
Oh no.
While I'm on the arcade machine and shit, I'm like, give me another slider to go.
Oh hell yeah.
Fucking chili game going.
Crazy. But yeah, no, I think it's valid to an extent. You definitely want to make the con as good as like better every year, but from what I know about the convention, it started with like maybe 500 people, maybe even less. So to even realize how that came about, I don't even think most big conventions start out with a big showing because they get all that prep time, all those sponsors, all these different avenues to get people to go. They literally started from like nothing.
Yeah.
No type of people at the convention, which is very commendable. And I think you can kind of see it in the convention in a good way. Like they're very like you can tell that they're working on everything. They're keeping it community based. And even in the flaws, you can see it's just like they're still just humans, they don't have too much help. It's really just all on them. So it's just everything needs to really be accounted for before you give criticism. But the criticism should continue. And it will be better as long as we continue to provide feedback for them. Even good feedback, like, oh, we really like this.
Yeah.
Keep the creator league. Keep the dodgeball. Like that's been a lot of constants in this convention. So I really appreciate that, and I hope they keep their identity even as they continue to grow. So yeah, that's really all I got to say about it.
I wanted to say another thing too. I do agree with like the positive feedback. Like I think when people hear about like feedback, they tend to always just give like what they don't like and like what they think can be improved, which is good. But I think what helps reassure them even better and like wants to do those things that have like, you know, constructive criticism behind them is also the positive feedback to like know what they've done well and what they need to keep. So that way we don't like substitute like this good thing for like another thing that we just got criticized for, because we don't want to have a whole thing of like a whole like batch of like new stuff when we like, you know, also miss the old stuff that
Very
we may have
true.
wanted like from past Dreamcons and all that. So definitely want to reiterate that. Give them some positive feedback too, bro, because they honestly have put in a lot of hard work in this stuff, and it's not easy to fucking make this shit happen, especially for
Give them their flowers.
6 fucking years. So honestly, it's definitely a big W.
Crazy.
For them.
You bought a
And
ticket, you bought a
also-
plane ticket, a hotel, all that just to complain about,
bro.
just to find, just to like go out of your way to find stuff that was like you can like, you know, be negative about. Like, bro, at least try to enjoy yourself. You know what I mean?
I'll
Like,
never come here again. Okay.
okay, fine. You spent all your money. That's your problem. Like,
Bro, and don't be no Yusuf either.
Dreamcon
Fuck
4.
that nigga.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no.
all those
Right.
kick streamers, bro. It was so weird seeing them walk around. Like some of them are cool or whatever, but like, nah, like they were just making fun of the convention, making fun of the people who were going there. Like, bro, you paid money to be here, you paid all this stuff to be here, and like you just look like a clown. Because the thing that's another thing about DreamCons. What it's kind of like other big groups, like even like looking at Berlizzi or look at like how their communities run, where like you can like if you're within the community, you can kind of make fun of certain things, but if you're not from us, they don't accept that shit or they don't tolerate that shit. So they were on his ass for like 48 hours. He got kicked out the water, and then I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't mean it like that. I was just trying to no, bro. Fuck all that, bro. We're not hearing that.
Bro.
Yeah, stay home, bro. Stay home, bro.
Not hearing that, but that's
Same.
he just got robbed recently too for his car, and bro.
Oh damn.
Yeah, he got robbed from his car. And he was running. The guy was in his car like, bro, you want your car back, bro? Man, prayers, we said prayers, bro. Prayers, bro. Prayers, bro. Prayers, bro. Prayers, bro.
Damn.
Prayers, bro.
Karma, no pun intended.
Yeah, you know. But nah, there's a lot of hatred that comes from DreamCon for sure. Like especially what Pat said about people just lying about certain stuff. Like I understand they have like the whole cabaret show and everything like that, but it says 18 plus. They making sure it's 18 plus and stuff like that.
This is the type of convention this is. Like, bro, you didn't go.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and yeah, maybe some people are doing some like crazy suggestive cosplays, but then again, it's like their cosplay. That's what they even say it on the badge. Yeah. So keep your hands to yourself. Ask consent when it comes to anything, even just taking pictures. Like if someone says no, then it's no. So it's like they try to make sure like it's a safe space, and it is a safe space. So I don't want people to start. Oh yeah, I'm gonna come here and just get like where are the baddies at? Where I'm trying to get some hoes. Like bro, it's not a convention for that. There was a lot of children there. People are bringing babies and strollers. Like it's not some type of freaknik for geeks or whatever like that. Like, it's kind of cool to maybe throw their jokes around here and there, but like when that shit started trending and people started posting only stuff from the cabaret show and making it seem like that was all of DreamCon. No, we're gonna stop that right there, bro.
One event for like 30 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, like, if you went to that if you went to the con just for a cabaret show, I don't know, man. You spending your money on some questionable.
Yeah,
things?
bro. Come on, bro. Like you could have stayed home and like sub to an OnlyFans or something, bro. Like, what you doing, bro? Like that's so weird.
Hell no. I did want to ask Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, the last thing I was just gonna say, like with when you started off saying like, you know, like the black community definitely gives a lot of you know, like constant like complaining. I feel that too within the black community. It's like some people, it's like split between like, you know, there's people that give criticism, like they're very passionate about it, and then there's others that are just like chronic complainers about anything else. So that's like my main gripe. Is like some people are just gonna be like that. So
yes.
That's how I might put the video down below, or at least like maybe put it as an annotation, because there was this guy, I had the pleasure of being a part of his video. He did like a whole summary of Dreamcon, but the main thing I liked about it because he said like he called it like grows and like glows. So glows as in like this is what they did really well, and then grows as this they could do this stuff to make the convention grow, and that's what it's supposed to be. But like you can criticize, of course, but like we all been saying, like you still give them justice where it's due. But like they did this right, they did this correct. Like there's no convention like Dreamcon because it's really made by Black people for Black people, and like of course anybody, not only Black people can go, obviously, but like when I go in there, I feel at home. Like I don't feel like I'm not supposed to be here. I don't feel like I can't ask people questions or like, oh, what's this line for? Like where are you going? Or like what they selling here? Like I feel like you can. There's a dance party everywhere in the convention. Like it's crazy.
They play music loud as fuck. Niggas are forming a circle and shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like there's always something that people are playing freaking Yu-Gi-Oh on the floor. They're taking pictures. They're having all the cosplay meetups. Like it's a very good convention. Like it's still budding and growing, but like the hatred sometimes is not deserved. It's not that, and we all know RDC. We all know where RDC came from. To me, it's always like a real life anime to where they started from to where they are now, and they're still only growing, bro. It's only like very inspirational. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never gonna just sit there and just only spread hatred towards them. And that's why I did want to do this. I guess a little icebreaker question because Kage Pass has been sending some questions that we can kind of use to kind of get the brain rolling. And this one was how to stay original with so many big content creators as inspirations. And especially nowadays where like there's a big content creator like every single second, like of course more recent ones like Queso, Jinxie, Sketch, even all the FaZe group and stuff like that. Senna is definitely a lot bigger one as well. I had the pleasure of meeting her. It's kind of like, how do you keep being yourself within this climate, but still kind of trying to hit the algorithm and trying to make yourself stand out? How to like make whether it be your TikToks, your YouTube shorts, your videos in itself, your editing style, whatever. Like, how do you kind of still get your personal self across but still kind of trying to, hit the algorithm? And I guess anyone can start for this one too. I think the one thing I will say is because I feel like right now with the algorithm and this is what other content creators be doing, like a lot of people is kind of be just doing the same stuff. Like we said, we mentioned Yusuf, like that kind of archetype of content creator coming from like over there at Kick, or maybe like even like the bad side of Twitch in a sense, where like they do a lot of IRL content, do a lot of like just kind of judging people, just messing with people. Like someone always has to be like the butt of the joke, and that's the kind of what their content is. And compared to when we grew up, and like people like to consider it as the golden age of YouTube, where we had like RDC, Berlizzi, Corey, King Vader, Caleb City, where like everyone was mad unique, everyone was mad original. Whether it be gaming, skit making, freaking music videos, vlogging, whatever the case may be, everyone was kind of doing their own thing and making sure their personality came across. Where nowadays it kind of feels like you just have to jump on a trend, ride it. Hopefully you do enough to where you can last on that trend and then jump onto another one and then kind of keep on doing that a little bit to maybe you end up having your own community. But then by that point, you kind of see other content creators like, let's say like an Aiden Ross, who kind of did something like that, but his community is not really his community. He's kind of just there for like the people he was bringing onto stream and stuff like that. So when he's over here like, okay, I still remember that clip because like, I'm gonna play Elden Ring, y'all. Like I'm gonna try Elden Ring. They're like, you're just trying to copy Kai, man. Fuck you. And then he ended stream, and I think he didn't stream for like a month or something like that. Yeah. Then he came back with Trump on his stream. So where the fuck he was doing?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right off my face, bro.
Well, how do y'all feel about that? I guess trying to be still individualistic in this climate.
I feel like you really it's fine to have like your inspirations for people you watch already. It's going to be apparent in how you behave and what you do content wise. You're going to be able to notice it. It's just, you gotta, like, when it comes to making your own content, I feel like you have to kind of take how those creators you look up to, how they make you feel instead of how they make others feel. And then that's how you come up with your own stuff. It's just like, oh, they make me feel really good. How can I make other people feel just as good with the things that I can do? So it's not like bar for bar doing what you saw like Dashi do, like crashing out over Mario. It's like, oh, I need to play Mario and crash out. Like, you don't need to do that. But the point is, it made people engaged. It was funny. And it hit like a lot of cylinders that you can probably approach differently, that you can do with your own stuff. And it's harder. It's harder when you're genuine, like the golden age people, like how we are. It's definitely different from how modern content creators are, where I feel like they cut a lot of corners and get this big following because they're doing things that aren't really orthodox, doing a lot of things that are probably seen badly in the public light, and things that they might not even agree with, or they act out for. But like I feel like it's kind of up to us to kind of bring it back to the golden age where we shouldn't, even at the first opportunity, we shouldn't cut corners. We need to build our community with the people how we want to build it, and continue to be ourselves so that we can kind of bring back this golden era, kind of stray more away from all the brain rot, all the just a lot of the kids acting out. Get their bag. Don't, like, at this point, get your bag. It's just like there should be, like, we kind of want to bring it back to the golden era with those type of creators where it's a family setting, multiple people can come around. You'll see Berlizzi curse for an hour straight in the middle of the video. Is like, oh, my mom watching. Oh, my fault, mom. I'm gonna chill on the cursing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, if y'all are letting your kid watch, I appreciate you, mom. Thank you. And you'll apologize. Like, I'm sorry for all the cursing. It's like, stuff like that. And even you have creators like Corey who don't even curse initially.
Yeah.
Like, maybe. And that's can be part of, like, that's part of his comedy too, is the fact that he doesn't curse. You still see him rage fairly often on certain games and stuff like that. So I feel like it is up to us to kind of bring it back, and keep this genuine nature that those creators had, because they were genuine as well, and that's why they all came across as separate, unique, but they all came together kind of like a family. So I think we need to kind of like get back to that. Bring the individuality by just being genuine and being good people. Like, that's all it really takes. You don't need to flex for the camera. You don't need to be someone who you're not. You don't need to act like celebrities when you're clearly still, like, it's just a lot of different layers. Just be yourself, like, technically. And it may not bring the most people immediately, but we keep this up for a few more years. We're going to see the turnouts that those people have, and it'll be better for us.
Absolutely. I agree with that too. Just a quick thing about, like, people just doing shit that's unorthodox. Like, I've seen the people who are like not sleeping for like multiple days. I'm seeing people on TikTok like eating like 25,000 calories, like just doing crazy shit, and they're actually doing it too. Like eating yeah, bro. I don't know. And so, and this is all just for like a drop of clout too. Not even like for like a stable fan base. Like the person who did the sleeping shit. I mean, shout out to him, bro. I think he broke a world record or whatever. But like, I'm seeing doctors come out like, bro, if you even stay awake for like 2 days, your body needs to take like 2 months to reset it. So I can't even imagine staying awake for like 8, 9 days. And he's like micro sleeping. Yeah, bro. I don't know. He got it. I don't know, bro.
Oh shit.
I think you were gonna say something, Drew.
I was gonna also piggyback off like the unorthodox shit, because I feel like with people that do those kind of content, they only, like, people only flock to that just for that type of content. So like if someone were to like do that shit, and then like that's their content that they blow off of it, and they get so encapsulated in doing that kind of content, then the community is not for like that person specifically. They're not fucking with that person just because of their personality and who they are. They're fucking with that person because of what they're doing and like how like the laughs that they get and like all the clout and all this stuff. So I think when, like, content creators come out, it's all for, like, their intentions are either for the bag or the clout. And sometimes the bag could be good because you want to provide for your family and all that stuff. That's really well done. But I think for long-term like effects, you can have that money and, like, have that kind of support system for your family and like your loved ones, but at the same time there's no fulfillment in it for your own life. Like you got all these, like, you all, like, the house and all this stuff. Like what does that feel like when you're just kind of empty inside anyways? Like, you're empty inside in a house full of like just materials and all this stuff that you brought. So I think when people have that kind of intention behind it, that's when it starts to lose face for content creation and loses its genuineness or genuity with it, and people can't really connect through that. That's what turns into the brain rot phase, where people are just fucking looking at shit just for likes and like laughs and all this other stuff, and like just going throughout the day, just fucking, oh, new thing, oh, what did he post, ooh, clips about this, boom, boom, boom. And even with clip farming, bro, like why?
Oh yeah.
Why is that a thing now? But I think short form content definitely screwed up the whole fucking game, bro. It definitely screwed up a lot of shit. Like it was funny with Vine and everything, like people getting creative with that shit, and it definitely helped people help put a lot of people on the platform. But I think when it overstayed its welcome on other platforms, like just like leaked everywhere, and now it's like we can't pick it back up. It's so hard to pick it back from that kind of like just dent that we made in the fucking world, bro. It's so hard to just like bring it back to what we can do like connection wise with people and like really just connect with people through like screens, even though we should be connecting people more through like, you know, face to face and like actually having conversation with others and talking about things. And just of course we have last year, like I'm not saying like we're not gonna like not stop doing like video game content because that's what we like to do and everything, but I think there has to be a reason why you're watching this person play or like, you know, this other person play, rather than like, oh, it's your favorite game, I love to play this. But then like through watching that favorite game and seeing this person how they play and like what they're talking about, how they're doing it, I think that's when that connection should really form. And like that's when it's like, oh, I really like fuck with this person, even though like I just wanted to see other people play my favorite game or like, you know, react to my music, react to my favorite music video and all this stuff. Even though I wanted to see people react to that, I fuck with this person because now they see what I see in a sense, and they also taught me something new and all this other stuff. And I think through that kind of connection, that's where it's very nice to have content creators like that in that kind of form. But with moving with being yourself and not going with just like content farming and all that, being yourself gotta be the number one priority always. If you're not authentically yourself through your content, then there's no like real fruitful long-term play in it, unless you just want to destroy yourself and, you know, just have that also affect others around you. Then go for it, go ahead, get cloud money, whatever the fuck it is that you want, but that shit's gonna run out and you won't feel fulfilled at all. And even you can fool yourself thinking like money and all that stuff will make you fulfilled, but when it leaves and when it goes, what do you have?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel that.
That's what that.
Want to add anything, Mikey?
Y'all kind of hit it on the head, bro. I don't really have much else to add. I think like I don't think really any content creator who stayed relevant for like any decent amount of time has done it by like being an imitation of somebody else. Like there's been obviously inspirations taken, like certain mannerisms and stuff like that. Like content creators will say that like outright like who they were inspired by, and it's been other content creators. So it's like obviously there's inspiration there, but I think of people like Speed, Flight, even Kai, bro. Like they all made it big by being themselves, like unauthentically or authentically. You know what I mean? Like they haven't been trying to be anybody else, and they've been very smart with how they did it. You know, I've learned recently that even Speed said that Flight was one of his inspirations. You know what I mean? So it's like to find out something like that is like, obviously, no matter what type of content you make, you're gonna have some sort of inspiration, and it's gonna come out every now and then. Like even one of our jokes is the fucking Flight laugh. You know what I mean? Like certain things here and there, like you can't really avoid stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like you can really only make it big, I feel like, by being yourself, or at least for any like decent amount of time. Because I know Speed had that one guy who was like, it was like White Speed, and he was like the same guy. Speed. Remember him? Like, where is he now? You know what I mean? Like he wasn't relevant for any amount of time that was relevant because it wasn't really his content. He was just, you know, being a fake Speed. So and I know Gideon kind of, you know, fell off, but I like to think about what he said like back when he was in his prime, and I think about this all the time when I'm making content. He said like he got big by he would try new things, and he found the method, and then like he found whatever stuck, and then like you just keep like using that method to make more content, if that makes sense. So I think that's a big thing with like, you know, being yourself and trying to like put your own character to your content, if that makes sense, instead of like using other characters.
Right.
Like you find what works for you, and then you be you to do that. Like if you see a game blowing up or like a certain joke blowing up, like you gotta like be you still when it comes to making that content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. What do you think about like because I know you're talking about like the algorithm as well. Like, how do you think the algorithm also influences you in like content creation? If you were
Well,
to
I
like
mean,
cater to it, or if you're like fuck it, like I'm gonna still be myself, but also take some things from the algorithm to at least like make it blow up in a sense.
well, for me, bro, like what I've seen, especially recently, bro, is the algorithm is honestly bullshit, bro. Like, the most random shit will blow up. There's TikToks of like old ass people who are like filming on their phone and the volume's all the way down. You can't even hear them. They'll have like 1 million likes for no reason, no hashtag, nothing.
Yeah.
Like
It's the comments carrying this shit.
basically, bro. Like the algorithm's gonna hit whatever it's gonna hit. That's like kind of goes with what Gideon said. You got like if you like do something like play a certain game and you find out you're getting more comments, more people like that game, more people like how you make jokes within that game, then keep playing that game, keep getting clips from that. You know what I mean? I don't know. The algorithms I think that's part of why people are kind of becoming imitations of each other too, because like they'll see somebody blow up doing something and then they'll just try to make the exact same video. You know what I mean? It's like
because that's the path they're looking at.
That can get you, you'll get one video blowing up, but it's not going to be like any long lasting content. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to blow up for the one time and then you're going to fall off.
Yeah, I think
definitely.
So that's how I feel about the algorithm, at least.
I feel like I used to be in that whole like slave to it. I was like, I gotta put these hashtags. I gotta be doing this. I gotta do that. I think this year I really just kind of been focusing on just, and even that's what we've been doing on the Kage Summit channel as well, of just like kind of showing all parts of ourselves and not just sticking to one thing. Even for example, we just posted the new K-pop video, and I mean, thank y'all for all the support and love for it. And we know we started off with some K-pop videos and like the Atare Shigako J-pop videos and stuff like that too as well. But we wanted to make sure, like, because for all our other individual channels, we have noticed that like we might do like one or two certain things on that channel, but like when we try to like kind of branch off, okay, so let's say like for Paz, right? He does a lot of anime stuff on his channel. When he tries to do gaming, like it might not do as well as his anime reaction. He's still gonna do it because he loves gaming, like at his core. He's not gonna stop doing it, but it might be a little bit harder to kind of fit through the algorithm. So when we came to Kage Summit, we were like, we're gonna try to make it from the ground up, from like the very first video. That's why if you go back to our first fight, they're all vastly different. It's like reaction, gaming, podcast, like it's all definitely different, right? So we're trying to make it on this channel to where it's like we can be put into a box by the algorithm and not by any viewer. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't see maybe a K-pop every single week, or even maybe we kind of goes a little bit slow on game and we start focusing more on anime or vice versa, that's the reason why. Because we're not trying to like be a slave to the algorithm, or or even like I guess trend, or trend, or even on a more technical way, like not even like make the channel be like tied to an algorithm. If let's say we posted like 4 K-pop videos, that would be the algorithm for the channel right then and there.
Yep.
So like if we try to post the gaming or whatever, like not to say it wouldn't do well, but like it's not hitting the K-pop algorithm. But now that every video we post is a different video, the algorithm's kind of just like, okay, so they don't really post the same stuff, but all 4 of them are always in the video. So we're gonna make them the algorithm. So as they keep on growing, no matter what they do, just by them being themselves, just by them posting their content, that is what we're gonna keep pushing and showing. That's when we posted the IRL content video, it did pretty well. And then every time we post anime or gaming, like they all do like just the same, if not a little bit better than the last one. So that's what I feel like full circle thing is what you kind of want to do. That's what Mikey was even saying too. If you see a game that's popping, like let's for example, like right now, like Black Myth Wukong, it's popping, it's going crazy. I'm seeing everybody touch the game. Like even people who are really not gamers, like they're still kind of playing the game and they're kind of adding their own self to it. I'm seeing T-Pain play it. I'm seeing, of course, like people.
T-Pain playing that shit?
Yeah, he playing that right now. He's over here like just adding his own humor to it and things like that. Like that's what it should be about. Like still kind of jumping on maybe the trends here and there when you feel like you can kind of fit on there, but still being yourself and not like just trying to become lost. Like don't play Black Myth Wukong if you don't like gaming at all and you don't give a damn about Wukong, but you just want to like be like everybody else. But if you actually have a genuine interest in it and you kind of be playing games here and there, yeah, give it a try. Stream it, maybe pop a video out, see what happens. You know what I'm saying? That might be your blow up game. But, don't force it. Even like, for example, for Elden Ring, like going back to Aiden Ross, not to say Aiden didn't want to play Elden Ring for real, but like, it kind of seems kind of artificial when like this man Kai just had the craziest stream of the year, with Elden Ring, he's making people like The Weeknd call him and they want to play. Travis Scott's calling him, they want to play. And here comes Aiden. We haven't seen Aiden even touch a video game in who knows how long. He's talking about I think I want to play Elden Ring, y'all. I'm not going to end stream until I beat it. Like, you see, come on, bro. Come on, bro. And
I think like with the community that he grew from that too, like people came on for the guests, so they're not really coming on for they're always coming on for the guests too.
Bro, that's so real. And I was thinking too, like particularly with Kai, like he was so smart with how he did his content because he started making some money and he started like just doing bigger and bigger and better things, bringing on bigger people and all this. And then Aiden Ross was to copy him and bring on fucking Playboy Cardi just to get hoed on a stream, bro. He just took his money, bro, basically. Like, that's what you get trying to copy somebody else. Like, that's all it is to it. You trying to be Kai? No, sir, buddy. You are not him. Nope.
Kai's smart too, with Kai pivoting from like, he went from that. So I don't even know when the exact moment was, but for him to be able to like, he still has people on it. I know he had Kevin Hart, and that was a funny action with him and Kevin Hart and him and Drewski and stuff. But like, for him to pivot from that to like now he's just kind of just doing, he's a gamer now and he's doing Elden Ring and Dark Souls and he did Ghost of Tsushima and Red Dead Redemption 2. It's like that's what you kind of want. Like he maybe kind of got to the point like because you can only do certain things so much. So once he's freaking had like Nicki Minaj on his stream and stuff, like you can't really get much bigger than that. I mean, he's having Drake FaceTime him.
That was crazy.
So he's probably like, okay, I have to I have to do something different now. And he did it in such a great way. And he only low-key got even bigger with Elden Ring. Like I have not seen a stream that big. Everyone was tuned. I'm seeing like I'm Dante's stream. Like bro, I have Kai on my phone right now. I'm watching it still while I'm streaming.
Bro. It's crazy.
That's cool.
He's made such a name for himself that like people want to see him play these games now. Like they don't want to see the game. They want to see him play it. Like that was why I think Elden Ring did so well for him because like the FromSoft like community is so huge and they ride for the game so hard. Like they saw him do that and they were like, oh shit, now I can be a Kai fan because he's playing my game. You know what I mean? Like they did it for Kai basically. That's genuinely the method, bro.
Dante got that down to a science because I've been on that man for like, bro. He been playing like. He played Halo, and I'm like, bro, I loved Halo. He played Naruto Storm series. I was like, bro, I love Naruto. And he played Asura's Wrath. He played so many games that I'm just like, bro, I love all these games. And like, I want to see him play it. I want to see him experience it. Even when he'll play something that I never even watched, I'm like, bro, let me see how you maneuver through this. And you're showing me the story through your lens. And I kind of want to see that. Yeah. Because, you know, especially if it's a game with multiple endings, it's just like, you go and watch how other people do it. And there's just going to be different outcomes. But it's just like, I'm here to see Dante because I was going through all that with my favorite games and it was enjoyable. Batman Arkham, all that series too. It's just like he hit the I don't know. That might just be me personally, but those are very critically acclaimed games. And he's playing it for the first time. So that's fire.
I think when in Kai's situation too, like the pivot from having guests to the gaming, he matched that kind of energy too, like you know, with like the set building that he did with his room and all that stuff. So
that's true.
The way that he pivoted to, like, it wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna just play this game on stream, do that stuff. He made a fucking trailer. He had all
the trailers are crazy.
All this shit happened.
Yeah, like, cool. I like that.
The way he pivoted was just executed like so perfectly. Like it was very well done to match energies, like just keeping going up and up and up. I think Kai just has a great sense of just keeping that kind of flow with his community and like with his content. So it's very nice that he did that shit for real.
Absolutely.
Right there, bro. We gotta end up like if you're doing content, you gotta learn to be loved for you and not like the games you're playing. That's how and from there, then you can move on to doing what you like, what you would do for other people to see, like play like the hype games, play old games, play whatever, like whatever's gonna work because they love you for you. You know what I mean? That's the key. That's really the key.
And so that's what Mikey said too about because the people he listed with Speed, Kai, and who's the third one that you said?
Flight.
And then Flight's more of an OG, but like the other two, like the newcomers, like with Kai and Speed, like those are still like us. I'm not trying to shit on all the newcomers like as if they're all the same. There are people who are new who are doing it in like a more genuine and big way. And like they might be doing trends certain there, but I feel like if anything, they're more of like the trend starters than like the trend riders. Because there's a lot of people trying to be Speed. There's a lot of people trying to be Kai. A lot of people trying to be like even like Your Rage and people like that. And they're not trying to be themselves. Like we even said, like he said, like where's the white guy that was trying to impersonate Speed? I saw him recently on TikTok talking about some it was like a whole like what's the word called, like a whole like allegation, like oh he stole like you know Speed used to be like Are you serious right now? Supposedly, he said that he speed stole that from him. I'm like, bro, you were trying to be speed in the beginning.
Yeah,
So like,
just trying to cloud chase, bro. That's all it is.
it's like,
that's not gonna
bro,
get you nowhere.
like
Oh my
y'all see it
gosh.
firsthand, like how that stuff, like how he said, it has no longevity. You have to truly like, you can like again, like I think Mikey said that too. Like people like I was like when I started making content, I said like my biggest people are Belizy, RDC, Corey, like. These are my aspirations. I remember I had a clip blow up on TikTok. People like, "Oh, you sound just like Belize. You sound just like Dashy." I'm like, I'm not gonna take offense to that because I look up to them people. So like, yeah, like I think that means I'm moving in a better direction. Then I'd rather be compared to them than be compared to a freaking Yusuf. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
You sound like Yusuf.
I'm like, fuck no.
I'm
fuck that.
I'm deleting that
deleting
video.
comment, bro. I'm deleting that comment.
Hell
I'm getting a voice changer forever.
Like, hell
Chris
no.
Move, Chris Move.
Become a VTuber.
Absolutely.
I've been seeing Chris Move to clips blow up crazy too now. Like his content.
Yeah.
Chris Move.
Yes, sir.
That shit's so funny too.
Like him and like the Rad Brad, all them OGs, like even before Golden YouTube, like they even I like how to this day like Chris Move still does like the long ass like 50-part series, but he don't give a fuck. You know, he's still gonna do it. That's what I used to do.
Bro, I love Chris Move,
so you know what I'm saying?
So
like
funny.
just keep being yourselves, y'all. Like that is the main
That's
thing.
really the only way to get to like have any type of longevity with like content success. If you're not being you, it's not gonna last. Like that's genuinely how I feel about it.
At all, bro. At all. I'm saying, but that's where we've been. That's where we're kind of heading to. Like when the future of the channel, like more of the same stuff, just bigger and better. Obviously, of course, we brought the K-Pack a little bit back. We've still been doing Liza P, going through that. Of course, going through Elden Ring, the DLC, both very, very good games. Black Mythos Wukong just came out, very, very good. I haven't played it. I know Mikey hasn't played it just yet. But Paz and I posted a community post, but Paz and Jarrell both playing it right now on stream, and like just even watching like people like Afro Senju play it and stuff like that, and FaZe Jev, like that game is massive. Like Elden Ring is a very massive game too. I don't think it might be as big as Elden Ring, but like the fact there's different endings, there's so many secret bosses, so much secret stuff you can do in the game, and like the fact that like the actual Chinese lore that is behind it, it ties directly into it. So like for example, I think there's like the second the boss in chapter 2 at the end of it or whatever. He's such a very hard boss because in the lore, like when Wukong was facing him in the actual mythology, it was very hard for him too. He lost that fight multiple times. So he went out of his way to go get like a whole different like relic or whatever to go and help him defeat that person in the lore. So in the game, you can go do a whole secret side quest, get this little, and it's cool. It's a good side quest because there's like a lot of bosses in there too, and so you go into the past, all kinds of crazy shit. But if you get that relic, you come back, it makes that boss a lot easier. And I think for every chapter, there's a relic you can get that makes the boss at the end of it a lot easier through the lore and stuff like that. And it kind of reminds me of Elden, not to compare it to Elden Ring, but Elden Ring is kind of like that too. Like you can get like the market shackle, you can go get the mox, you can go out of your way and go get these shackles to come and kind of help you a little bit. And it's kind of cool to see like this is their first game from Game Science, and they put so much love and time. And this is only the first one, and it's breaking all these kind of numbers. It beat Power World on Steam, like, and Power World was a very big game.
Power World.
So like, so y'all go, you know, make sure y'all show some love to them on the stream and watch it, and it will eventually will be on the YouTube channel very soon. You know, once we finish Elden Ring and Liza P, and like right when that ends, I mean, a lot more games are coming out too. We have, of course, Sparking Zeros will be coming out. It's gonna be very big. Oh hell nah!
Tweaking.
What happened?
Majora started going crazy.
Hercules versus Beerus. Hercules versus Beerus.
Bro.
if I play Beerus and the nigga beats me with Hercules, uninstalling.
Bro, I'm finna main Chiaotzu and Cyberman, bro. I swear. I promise
you. Absolutely not.
Cyberman is crazy.
They better put Manaka in that fucking game, I swear.
Right.
They better put Manaka in that game.
Whatever, everyone that fucking game.
I love that scene, bro.
Everyone that fucking
Even Halloween
game.
coming up too, like we're gonna have a lot of scary games.
Oh yeah, that's too. I think it's
basically September.
It's the same month as October too, but like I think October's gonna be a big month. Cause they have that the Metaphor game coming out too from Atlas, and then Halloween. We're doing a lot of scary games too.
October's packed. It's packed. There's hella anime coming out too.
Oh, the ball, yeah.
The ball, scary games, gaming. That's gonna. There's just the media is just up in October. It's gonna be probably oversaturated for like a lot of it.
Yeah,
we don't need to pick and choose what our avenue is gonna be, but it's exciting.
Yeah,
for sure. We got lots to do in October.
And gaming's gonna be really, really big. And then for anime wise, I know Paz has been talking. This is like it's like the last story that Toriyama made for Dragon Ball is coming out.
Daima?
Yeah.
Daima. I wanna react. That would be cool to react to.
Definitely.
So yeah, y'all probably will see that on the channel because big Dragon Ball fans, of course. This is to pay homage. Still rest in peace to you. He's so influential. Like we were like every time I just started watching Naruto for the first time. And like I saw, and then like that didn't click, but past like, bro, the clones he has probably comes from Wukong, he had all the clones he has, and then of course there's a big influence from Goku, and everything is just tied together, bro. So that's gonna be really good for anime. And then I guess to kind of put it out there for y'all as well, like we know we're doing Haikyuu right now and doing Code Geass, but if y'all been like, we're thinking after maybe Haikyuu, maybe to do Kuroko's no basketball. I've never watched it before, but that'd be another good sports anime we can all cover. But y'all let us know for sure when it comes to that. IRL content will come when it comes, and we have to meet in person, obviously, to do some. We're meeting in the ball in October, so we'll probably cook something up at the ball. But it's a more classier event though, so I don't want to be like, you want to answer this question? So I don't know. We gonna see though.
Switch to the hotel to do like a Smash and Mario Party again.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. But yeah, y'all. And I don't know if. Oh, also, and just thank y'all for all the support. Just more than anything, for all the support.
Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. We're about to hit 200. So much. We just hit 100 probably like a month ago. We're about to hit 200. We're like 30 away. God, damn. Y'all showed a lot of love to like K-pop. Like we said, we gained like 11 from there. So this all this big. I don't know if we all. This might be our first video in a minute where we can like say thank you all together for hitting 100 in itself too. But thank you guys, truly, for all the Kages.
Thank you. We need a community name for y'all.
Shinobi or like
Shinobi is cool.
Or something.
We don't have to call them Shinobi unless we're talking about them like Corey talks to the samurai.
Yeah,
what's good, family, blah blah blah, and then just be like join the Shinobi and subscribe today, something like that. Okay, but
that's hard.
Shinobi would work. I feel like
I fuck with that.
It's all a culmination. We in different villages.
Yeah, exactly.
I fucking hate you.
Okay. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Where's that even from, bro? Like, where's that clip
It's from a GTA roleplay, bro.
What the fuck?
It said like Tuco or some shit.
No, they say because he sounded just like Tuco. It was like a car meet, and this dude pulled up as like a monster truck. But it was like and they were mad as shit. They're like, bro, leave, bro. Some guy was but he sounds smacked like Tuco from Breaking Bad. That's why I was funny.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, bro. That goated meme.
That's fucking hilarious, bro. But yeah,
good.
We appreciate y'all. So to all the Shinobi,
Absolutely.
Thank you guys. And y'all see the content. It's been rolling. Like we've been smoothing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep it up. And that's for gaming, that's for anime, that's for IRL. And October's gonna be a very big month. And then at the end of the year, we'll see what happens. I'm very I like doing all like the freaking showcases and like the gaming award stuff.
That's
so gaming awards, Crunchyroll awards. We're gonna see like what's the best fight of the year, what's the best anime of the year, what's the best game of the year. Well, we'll come to all that when it comes out.
We gotta make hella tier lists for that.
Coming fast, bro.
Yeah.
Super that time.
I don't know.
8 out of 12. Month 8.
It's actually kind of
almost
insane,
9, bro.
Moving on to 9.
The summer went by so fast. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But I felt like because we're not a kid anymore, so we don't have like a break from like work and like just that kind of stuff. But like Lord, I blinked and like all the people who be in Chile, I'm going back to school, bro. Like what the?
I'm like whoa.
Did y'all even do anything? Where did y'all go?
Bro, I didn't know people were going back to school already. I was like, oh shit.
Free. There goes the algorithm.
I know. There goes my viewers in chat.
I gotta fucking find it out now.
The same 3 people.
Streaming on weekends only.
Nick and Miz. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh, bro. End the pod. We're in the pod.
You're right. Love y'all. Thank y'all so much as always. We see you on the next video. If you haven't already, go check out the K-pop video. If you haven't already, check out the gaming and the anime as well. And we'll see you later. See you on the next summit. Woo!